In this episode, I'll briefly share my story and background and my motivations for creating this series. I declare up front that I'm no expert in either charitable giving or more broadly how to tackle the big social and environmental issues facing us. I'm passionate about both though, and I've found some really useful resources that have helped me think and act more impactfully in these areas. And that's what I want to share with you. But if I'm not a social researcher, what am I? Well, I've had a meandering career. Having gone to a state school in Scotland, I spent several years studying and teaching chemistry at Oxford University. I then gained a scholarship to study diplomacy and trade in Australia before joining the international management consultancy firm McKinsey & Company. I've therefore experienced an extraordinary privilege, and during my time at McKinsey, wealth. I've also experienced less privileged and wealthy times. When my marriage ended, I spent time in a bedsit. This involved my 2 children sharing a sofa bed and me sleeping on the floor when they came to stay. I also had to go into a shared corridor whenever I wanted to use the bathroom. Throughout life's ups and downs, equality has always been a key value of mine. Consequently, I've directed my career in a direction that tries to reduce rather than perpetuate inequality. This may raise an eyebrow given that I've worked at a firm like McKinsey. However, my time there was very much a stepping stone, a place to learn the management and leadership skills to use elsewhere. First, by becoming Chief Executive of Rumbalara, an Aboriginal sporting and community development organisation in rural Australia. And then in 2005, by founding MCH Positive Impact, the company I still work at today. MCH Positive Impact is a staff development company that works primarily with charities and social enterprises. It aims to provide a McKinsey level of quality at prices charities can afford. The economic realities of my client base, combined with a desire to balance work with other areas of life, mean that my income now oscillates around the national median of £30,000 and therefore below the national average of £38,000 for a full-time role. However, due to my early career and my broader interests, I have many friends and acquaintances that are still living very financially wealthy lives. Consequently, I've accumulated 2 decades worth of dinner parties with them. And certain questions and concerns have arisen at these parties when conversation turns to the state of the world. Some of those present are struggling. They're materially very successful, but this success is tempered by often long and stressful hours. This leads some to feel guilty because other important areas of their life, such as their families, are being squeezed. Given their awareness of their privilege and an understanding that others endure comparably long and stressful hours without the large paycheck, they then often feel guilty about feeling guilty. This can lead to a helplessness. They're not sure what, if anything, they can do to make a positive impact. And there can be uncertainty around whether it's their place or responsibility to even try and address the issues of the day. In short, they're often not particularly happy. And their unhappiness is compounded by the societal direction of travel. The World Inequality Lab has shown that between 1980 and 2016, the world's richest 1%, that's the bracket you're likely to be in, received twice as much of the world's income growth than the poorest half of the world's population combined. So this series is born out of my passion for trying to create better equality of opportunity and a desire to help my friends and acquaintances with these issues. Because previous attempts to do so at dinner parties have been patchy. After 20 years of diligent experimentation, I found that discussions at 1 in the morning when one or both of us have had too much to drink isn't the most effective way to take action and gain a level of peace and contentment in relation to these issues. So that's what's driven me to share my ideas in a format that anyone, not just my friends, can engage with at any time of day rather than waiting until the next dinner party. So having introduced myself, the next episode will explore the amazing impact you or your business can have in making the world a better place.